right, so you guys get the invitation from the mayor, Osif Menhems, to come visit him. You guys make your way to the manor, and when you knock on the door, his butler answers and takes the invitation and ushers you inside to like a little like kind of waiting area. And after a few minutes, he comes back and directs you. He would have offered to take like your cloaks and all that if you had them. I'll kind of directs you into like a little room with a table and some chairs. And as you guys are entering, Osif Menhems also comes in, and he's kind of a larger guy. Looks like he probably could handle himself in a fight, but is going a little gray on the edges and whatnot. But as any politician, just kind of has that charisma to like welcomes you and greets each of you, shakes your hands, and kind of says, oh, thanks. Our guards can't stop talking about like your heroic actions.
It was entirely our pleasure.
And he kind of asks you some questions, like he's like, so like how many undead were there in the graveyard? There just was it.
There were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
About 8 left up by the time we got up there. Most of them had jumped off the cliff.
He's like, oh, okay. And like, did you saw the light? I've got
yes,
accountings from my guards and stuff who saw it, but you guys were there as well. Like, he's like, they tell me it was coming from Gauntlet Ruins. Do you believe this to be true as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
We confirm that. Let him know of our intention to return as well.
He's like, oh, you plan to go there again? You've been there before?
Yes, we were actually briefly back in town, back in the city after a visit there. We were planning on heading back before this whole ordeal happened.
I see. What drew you to go to the Gauntlet Ruins? Like most people try to avoid those.
It was by request.
He kind of like thinks about it. He's like, let me guess, Rin.
Did express interest in that mysterious light, and that's what we were looking into. Found a place has vast unexplored areas.
He kind of sighs and he's like, yeah, she had been telling me about some light that she was seeing that, I asked about it. No one else had seen it. I thought it was just, I kind of, he's like, I admit, and he looks a little embarrassed. He's like, I kind of blew it off as more of her eccentric nature. Perhaps I should have taken it a bit more seriously. But luckily, and he asked, he's like, so when you were there, did you notice you said you'd gone in there, like, do you know what would have caused that light? Like what would trigger that? Is that like
nothing we've seen so far, but the place is infested with strange creatures. Tell them about like the mythlets and the undead and that I used to like necromancer lady that we ran into in the basement in the library. The strange writing and the lights we followed.
During this time, you have like one of his aides or servants comes in and was like, gives everyone drinks and, you know, like puts down a plate of like a little charcuterie board with meats and cheeses and bread and stuff on it. As you guys are talking, he says, well, you know, as a thank you, I would like to give you guys a reward, but you know, I'm thinking that since you have experience with the Gauntlet, people are kind of freaked out. We need to find out what caused this, and, you know, see if we can make it not happen again, you know, like prevent this from recurring. Would you guys be willing to
Investigate?
We're planning to go back in there anyway. Would you want to investigate the cause of this light? And
I think so.
Indeed, that could be done.
If you can, shut it down. If not, you know, let us know. And I can send for some help from Absalom, but, you know, that it would take a while. I'm worried that something will happen.
In a natural turn of events, we would certainly want to put an end to it.
Exactly, yes. So, and he's like, excellent. Well, I can, you know, give you some reward money and a little extra, to, you know, as an advance to, like, you know, if you guys need anything, any supplies to go back there. And, you know, if you could keep me up to date on what you find, you know, apparently our town has heard about you guys and your actions there, and knowing that you guys were going into to investigate it might help calm some people down, and, you know, like keep people from panicking.
Yeah.
Any kind of equipment or whatnot would certainly help. If he has access to better quality medical supplies, something that would, like, I use mostly natural remedies, but if he's got, like, medical instruments I can add to my kit and get a bonus, that'd be handy since I'm stitching everybody up on the regular. I don't know if there's improved quality
I think there is a
healer's kits.
Yeah, like a improved healer's kit or something.
If he had access to such, I'd certainly make use of it.
Well, he's like, I don't, but like I said, I can give you, you know, some in advance on paying you to investigate, and, you know, you could use that to buy that. I think either the Druid Circle outside of town or Rin would probably have that kind of stuff. Healer's Tools, and then there's Healer's Tools Expanded, which Healer's Tools are 5 gold. The expanded Healer's Tools are 50 gold. And they give you a +1 item to checks with them. Gonna see who would have those. I think.
Oh, there we go. Doesn't look like Rin or the Druid Circle has them.
Oh, does Renam? Yeah, so you can buy them from her. And he kind of rings a bell, and one of his butler comes back in and he rings his bell, and the butler comes in, and he kind of whispers in his ear a bit, and a few moments later he returns with 50 gold for each of you.
Ooh.
Was that the reward he was talking about? Like, if that's a reward, then I can get a better healer's kit myself.
Yeah, he's like, I was going to give you each 10 gold for the 10 gold for the reward, and 40 is like kind of an advance on checking it out. Checking out the Gauntlet ruins, making sure nothing else happens.
It's at the market, and drag and drop will deduct them.
Yeah, when you drag it to your character sheet, it should pop up a window asking you like how many you want to buy and all that. Before you do that real quick, though, let me...
I'm going to head over there after we're done talking to Mayor Dude.
Yeah.
Mayor Mahanis.
Chats with you for a few more minutes, but it's like, you know, I do have a business to run, and a town to run. So, you know, I will excuse myself. You can, you know, Smithy here will show you out when you're ready. But please keep me informed of any findings that you come across, and if you are able to find out what caused that light and put a stop to it.
All the people, the defenders of Otari, are on the job.
So you guys travel out of Otari through the fog fan and
an hour and a half, and we haven't left town.
Yeah. I keep trying to like, okay, let's go.
Sorry.
It's all
got
good.
distracted. Weird
It's all good.
mechanic.
Yeah.
You do look cooler in full plate.
As you guys approach though the gauntlet and come back up to it, one thing you do notice is that the light at the top of the tower, while it's still there, like you don't see it from as far away as you did before, and you get there and it's quite a bit dimmer.
And some of its energy to do that thing.
Yeah, like it's there, but like you guys, like before you even can tell that the light's still there, you're pretty much at the front door of the Gauntlet ruins, and where you see the tower, and you can see there's like, if it was night, it probably wouldn't even like light up beyond like, you know, 10 or 20 feet maybe, versus before it was probably bright. It was bright enough to be seen from Otari, from like the reflection of the clouds and stuff.
We did not find a way into that tower on the ground level yet, correct?
Well, you think you know the way.
There might be a way, but like where we were going, we like as far we don't have a clear path to the tower yet. A known path, rather. I don't think.
Yeah, you guys looked. We'll load it back up here.
There we go. Yeah, like we know it's to the northwest corner, but we don't have a path to it yet. And we found those secret door, and the stairs, and we went downstairs, and there was a ghost and writing and spirits and distractions. And
yeah. So just as a reminder, you guys climbed up. There's like a stairway here that pretty much right above it, the ceiling. It looked like it went up to the second floor, but the second floor has been demolished. And there's like a big hole in the ceiling, and you can see the tower through it. And the tower is pretty much like you see it come down like right over here. So you were pretty sure that like this door here would lead into that tower. Last time you went into these rooms here, and I think you just went into this room here and found the secret stairs down and took them down and just went back down there the next time he came as well. But did you guys come in here and you notice that like it's dimmer? You know, when you enter into the ruins here, you know, you do see like one of those mifflets that like sees you and kind of like nervously kind of waves and then runs. Like he would be like up here somewhere and just like sees you, recognizes you guys, and then just kind of like nopes out.
Knows we're not going to kill it out of hand, but knows not to mess with us.
Yeah. Did you guys want to explore into the tower or go back down?
My preference would be to go into the tower.
All right, sounds
Yeah,
good.
that seems to have like urgency, but like also that spirit thing we were following. I don't know, like the fact that we were following it and we like it's now been days. I guess it doesn't matter, but I don't know if that had any urgency to it. But yeah, let's open doors. Let's take stuff. I am for some reason in the front, and that is not at all right.
I just exploded you guys out.
Yeah, go open the door, man. Yeah, it looks about right. Open that door.
Want to check it for traps?
Probably. I'm back here. Right, if you don't.
All right, so you see you go up to the door, and it similar to the door that was over. Oh, I want this move. There we go. That was over here before, if you remember, was kind of like just stuck. Like you notice, like the door frame has been kind of modified, or not modified, but like shifted, and it just seems jammed shut.
So, like, do we need somebody to kick it? Do we just open it, but it's noisy? Like, do we not open it?
Yeah, it would be like an athletics check to like just kind of shoulder it or kick it open, force it open.
I can do that.
That's good because I can't. I will move over here.
On your big boy boots.
Hoorah! Athletics. Ba-ba-boom.
Alrighty, yeah, you're able to shoulder it. I put yeah. I put it in the chat too, by the way. I should have pointed that out. My bad. So yeah, you are able to pop it open. And in here you see this is a large circular room with smooth walls that are painted kind of a light gray. You don't see any indications of seam between blocks and stone. You see a set of iron stairs that are like they start over here and kind of wind up and probably go above the door there as you're looking in it from the doorway. In the middle of the room, you see a red blood stain that glistens on the floor at the room's center, as though a human-sized creature bled to death on the floor very recently, despite there being no body in sight.
So it got away.
Somebody picked up the body.
Or they consumed it.
Does the bloodstain look like somebody would have been like thrown from further up in the tower and like landed in a splat?
It just seems
Or
like
there was somebody
like
there and bled out.
Yeah, it just seems like they bled out. It just seems kind of like a wet pool of blood.
Gotcha. And like recently enough that it's still wet, so it's within a very small number of hours. So you go looking for somebody, I guess. Nudge, nudge.
Go lick it.
Going on.
Hello.
So as you come in here, you like in looking up, you see like those stairs go all the way up, probably like nearly 100 feet above you, and there's like a ceiling there you can kind of make out like the top of the stairs seems to be like a trapdoor.
Ooh.
You think this is the tower that was seen in better condition from the outside, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, you could easily tell that from the the hole in the ceiling when you see it. Like you look where it's at, look down, and there's a door there. And then this everywhere else, like above it, this is the only thing that goes up 100 feet into the air.
Right. Yeah. I just want to be sure the door wasn't to a second tower. That's the actual tower. Like I didn't think it was, but yeah, like let's.
There is another door here.
I'm thinking it goes outside, but we can open it. Oop. Open it. Let's put it over here. Open it.
You want to check it?
Yep. Okay, guys, you want to check out first?
I can you want me to put one in the chat?
I guess I'll check. Yeah.
Investigation here.
Maybe. Perception.
Should be in the chat there if you click on that. Alrighty, yeah, you're able to check that door out. And neither one of you believe that there's any traps or anything.
All right, I'll go ahead and open it. Yep, it looks like it just goes outside.
Yeah, you see outside there's like another little building here. And then like you can tell it's clearly like what would be a boathouse. There's docks attached to it from the other side. And Brett, I imagine you're not just standing still back there, you're following everyone out.
Kind of intrigued by this little building. Just want to peek inside.
Sure.
I want to see how big the building is.
Yeah, you go around the other side and you see like that side of the building is like just collapsed.
10 by 10.
Yeah, just a little wall.
Yeah, the southern portion of that building has just been collapsed into rubble. Exposing what remains of a boathouse. You see like shelves and boats within have decayed into heaps of rot. You see remains of a relatively fresh campfire. It looks like someone had recently used this building to kind of like, to rest in or, lit a fire. And on this side, you see like a wooden pier that's mostly collapsed into the swamp, leaving about 10 feet of moldy, soggy boards against wood pilings. You see a rowboat that's tied to one of those pilings. It looks a lot more recently built. Like the boat that's tied up is like definitely usable. It's doesn't look like it's been sitting here rotting like the rest of the place. And you see like
here with it.
Yeah, you can see like looking on the edge under the pier seems to be like kind of like a cave, like an opening.
So Steve that we read from inside mentioned going in under the dock.
Yeah, just as a reminder, like the Mifflet King guy Spuskrong told you that like he noticed those figures and they went under there, and then he said the dragon came back and they probably got eaten. But you know that they were like, you guys had set them free. They went in there, the dragon came back, they ran inside, and then they got jumped.
Oh,
knocked
yeah,
out.
those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way,
It's probably their boat, I'm guessing.
by the way, Brett, I think you might still be muted.
Yeah. Sorry. I've been keeping it on mute to avoid the echo.
Okay. Any reason you just don't like the headphones, or because when you have those on, those seem to work really well.
I have the headphones on, and
Yeah,
it's actually plugged in. So
We're still getting echo.
Yeah,
yeah,
really
and I'm
quiet.
plugged in,
It's weird.
and I'm
I
actually
wonder-
plugged in.
Is your microphone for
try something.
Discord set to your laptop or to the headphones? Like going to the
Likewise to the
Discord settings.
speakers.
Yeah, the speaker. I think that one is the more important one, just because it's picking up so well.
I don't think either mic would pick up sound coming out of a headset, but either mic would pick up sound coming out of speakers. But there's obviously 1,001 ways we could go from here. I assume we kind of want to make checking out the tower the priority.
Yeah.
I think. Yes,
You
no?
do see like a little island. There's a little pier over here and some more buildings over there, but I wanted to go back into the tower and explore. Go up.
Yep. Wanted to do the tower. Up, and away.
Alrighty. When you are in the room, like, are you making point to like stay away from the blood, or not even caring about it, walking through it?
I considered licking it, so probably not avoiding it.
not walking through it, but like-
yeah, I would certainly not be walking through it. Not going like all the way around the corner because I don't want to get close to it, but I'm not going to just like walk through it.
Yeah.
Disrespectful and stain my shit.
Alright, so you guys go up the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they're like metal railings that, like, as you just climb up to them, they're creaky and a little wobbly, but they seem to be, sturdy enough to hold you guys. Make your way all the way up to the top, about 100 feet, and there is like a little hatch, a little like a trapdoor. Doesn't have any lock or anything on it. You guys go through that.
yep.
Some sort of swirling energy portal.
Well, number one, of Dungeons & Dragons, if there's a swirling portal, you immediately jump into it.
What if you
I'll
jump
let
into
the,
it and really just you jump through it and fall to the bottom? What if that's what happened to the last guy? It's just a visual
I didn't
effect.
say it was a
It's a
good
hole.
idea. I didn't
It's a
say it
hole
was
at the top of the
good
tower.
idea.
It's just a visual effect.
It's an illusion.
But yeah, you see, basically this is like pretty much open, except for there's like rows of black metal bars that encase this circular chamber. Then there's pillars to hold the ceiling above. So there's no glass or windows or anything like that. shimmering waves of force flicker between the bars and give the illusion that there's like glowing glass. The floor to the north has an iron trapdoor, which you guys came through. Otherwise, the room appears empty, save for a human-sized encasement of glass and iron that flickers and glows with an unsettling, almost nauseating pale blue shimmer.
That's like the center of the quote-unquote lighthouse sort of effect. If we look at that thing closer, is there like any like more detail to it when we get a better look at the thing in the middle, that glass structure?
It just seems to be kind of like a glass, like round shaped, kind of pointing. I don't know, like almost like a pine cone in a way, where it kind of points at the top, and then it's like encased in kind of like iron, like bars that kind of like spin a little bit, you know, like, or twist,
Okay.
kind of like holding it inside that, and then there's like you know, like a faint glow coming from that glass.
I would do like a recall knowledge or whatever. I'm just not at my desk right now. I'm grabbing another drink. I'll just be back at my desk in just a minute.
I do the same. Like
Is that like a thing that like I can? Like, is it something that I can like make sense of in any way? Like, do I have like, is there like spirits in there? Are there elementals in there? Is it like
You don't
like
you
what-
don't see any
what's-
forms, but the light does remind you of a room that you saw when you guys were going down, near the library, that it was like a circular room and had the light beam going, you know, from the bottom floor to the ceiling.
the floor of the
It has-
ceiling? Yeah, where we saw that lady
Yeah, it has the
and we fought the ghouls.
same quality of light. Same, you know, like weird distortion around the light itself, but no, like, you don't make out any discernible like figures or images or anything in the light.
I
If I were to like,
I would like to try to recall knowledge to see if I know anything about this.
like if I were to try to ballpark
Sure,
in
go
my
ahead.
head where we were downstairs, do I feel like this might line up where like this is above that place?
Give me a survival check on that. I wonder if a recall knowledge was for survival would.
Oh, the
Mazix, yeah, you don't.
I have no idea what this is.
No idea. Yeah. You know, the light, you would probably recognize the light too, is like, you know, there's something from there. And if you remember, there was like those ghouls that when they stepped into that light seemed to heal. So you'd probably know that it was like there's some sort of necrotic energy to it. Probably wouldn't feel super good if you, like, you know, were in that light as well.
I don't see it. Exploration does not have sense direction. Full mode blind GM. It's probably close. Like I'm not finding.
Yeah, okay,
There's definitely
yeah,
not survival. It does a check. The fifth survival.
No, what you rolled is good because it says sense direction, which is
Yeah.
a survival check. Yeah, you believe that, like, that definitely would be in that area. Like, you feel really strongly that circular room would be directly below this.
Below this tower. There was
As far
nothing as we were climbing up. There was stairs. There was nothing in like. Didn't notice anything in that
Yeah, there was
space
no-
in the middle of the tower.
Yeah, there was no light in the tower or anything, but it it definitely lines up from like a directional sense. And the rooms, like the light quality and the room size is all the same. Looking out like through the bars, you know, you could kind of see, like from to the south, you can see Otari like off in the distance. Like it's enough above the tree lines and hills that, you know, you can see the town.
You said this metal and glass structure is overall roughly human size.
Yeah, about human size, about 6.5 feet tall.
I'm gonna like take my backpack off a second and I just drop my bedroll and like a giant fucking condo. I'm gonna put my bedroll over this fucking thing. Like there's, I mean, like I'm not necessarily touching it directly. I'm putting the stuff over the blankets and sleeping bag and whatever. Like,
Covering over it.
is that stuff like catch on fire or anything, or can I like cover this thing up?
Yeah, you could probably cover most of it up with your bedroll. I think it's probably a little like more round, like it's more like, you know, like a person's a little bit flat, you know, versus like perfectly circle, so it's a little wider, like, you know, like it'd be a really fat person or something, but you can get most of it over there. But when you put your bedroll on it, it doesn't, like, you know, doesn't seem to like catch fire or rot away or have any negative effect on the bedroll.
Good job, guys. They were done here.
Cool.
Like, I don't think it's that easy.
We break it?
Problem solved.
Yeah, like, if you want to try to break it, that I didn't think about trying to break it. That didn't cross my mind as a good idea. It didn't cross my mind as a bad idea, but it didn't cross my mind as a good idea.
So while he's up, he probably had to be a little bit closer to do that. While he's doing
Yeah,
that, where are you guys at?
Just watching him.
Hot minute.
Probably over on this side.
Watching him
Exactly
from
where I'm at.
31 feet away.
I am worried about the rays, so I'm going to have my shield up just in case.
No, let me delete the party token there. Alrighty. So Meredith, you put it over there and you kind of turn and sarcastically like thumbs up. You know, hey guys, problem solved. Fixed it. Oh, yeah, it was. And you turn back to it and you notice this kind of like red mist coming out from underneath the edge of your blanket that's covering the crystal, and it
Now
like
you made it mad.
slowly starts materializing and forming into like some sort of humanoid creature.
Oh, great. What did you do?
Oh,
Oh, no.
hello, friend.
It doesn't look good at all.
Does not, and it doesn't look happy that you're messing with this stuff. And it's been an hour of playing, so I'm gonna add 1 hero point to everyone. You should have 3 now.
All right.
The first
Let's see
hour
if I
we were
get-
playing shopping, I didn't give you another one just because we were mostly.
Let's see if I get another barbarian hero point or hero action.
But let's go ahead and roll initiative.
This time I didn't.
You get a bunch of barbarian ones all the time.
Yeah, the first one was Rage and Fury. The second was Rampage. It's like, seriously? Yep.
Kick ass is up first, and remember you're on mute.
Okay. I will. Let's see if I can pull this off. See, I can make it there. And then I have 5 more feet of movement, which would get me right there. If I'm standing in this hex right here, or this square right here, am I teetering on the edge of this pit? Or would I have enough balance?
There's no pit. It's a flat floor. It's just an artistic thing. Yeah, this thing here is like a crystal that's standing up. Like
Okay.
so.
Okay.
But other than that, it's all flat.
Okay. And I will go right there. I will target him. And with my +1 sword.
Whack.
Whoa. But it's not considered. Ooh.
It's
Okay.
a dirty 20.
Yeah. But I thought still +10. I thought that was pretty good. Okay, so now if I'm doing this right, I should be getting 2. Wait a minute. My sword should be, because it's got the rune on it. It should be 2d4.
Breaking runes should be doing 2 dice, correct?
So when
It's
you
only
roll
listed
damage.
When you roll
Okay.
damage.
Okay, 2d. Okay, I see. It's there. 10 points of damage.
Alrighty. You notice your
Well,
sword.
he gets sneak attack.
I don't think I qualify this time because
Actually, check your
rolled it, I think.
check your feats though, because I think that rogues get a surprise attack on enemies that haven't taken a turn yet.
Yeah. I
And
think
yet,
that's what it is.
oh, okay.
It's a surprise attack. You spring into combat faster on the first round of combat if you roll deception or stealth for initiative, which you probably did.
Yeah.
Probably did.
Creatures haven't acted or off guard to you. So
Yeah.
you notice
okay.
though when your sword swings through it, like it does seem to like take some of the blood mist out of it, but it doesn't seem to like have as much of an effect on it as you would think it should have.
Oh.
Even with his sword being a magic weapon?
Yeah, magic weapons don't count for like they don't negate resistance
Gotcha.
in most cases. So like if they have a resistance, again, it's just like a value. So like they would have like,
Sure.
Okay.
And there's not a resistance
Normal versus the resistance magical weapon.
makes sense.
and sneak attack is precision damage, is that right?
Correct.
Yeah. And then
So yeah, do I still need to roll 1d6?
no, it rolled it for you.
Okay. And then I will do one more attack. Okay. And that's it for me.
Alrighty. I think you have. Hold on. No, that's the other way around. I was gonna say one of your hero actions was on a critical fail, but it was when they critically fail to you.
But I could use my hero point for that one.
Do it.
So I'm going to do it.
It's off guard to you this round, so it's easier to hit this round.
Yeah. Okay. Why? Upper left, upper right, right click on the upper right. Seriously?
What's the matter?
I can't seem to pull up that menu that says.
Oh, scroll down when you right click. For some reason I was doing it and then I have to like scroll down on the chat.
Scroll down. Oh, that's not. There we
Do you
go.
want me to do it for you? Or you got it?
Yeah, I'll let you. I can't seem to. No, that wasn't it.
Oh. I don't have it targeted.
There it is. Okay, now I've got it.
Just do the attack again.
Okay.
Because when I re-rolled it, I didn't have the creature targeted, and it made the attack disappear, but it didn't actually re-roll.
Okay. Still missed.
All righty. So then, Meredith, you are up.
I am gonna think this thing is undead.
Roll to believe.
I roll to believe. And I am going to cast. And I am going to do it as a reaction. Targeting myself, Gas, and Codon. The 3 actions my whole turn. The 3 of us all, like, you 2 can each grab that spell effect and fuse vitality. You can drop it on one of your weapons. On yourself.
Thank you.
Awesome.
You are welcome.
You can use that to
Put it
everybody.
on whatever you're doing the smacks with.
Like if you drag it over to your token, it should put it on your character.
Yep, I already did. It should. It's on all. Yeah, we all have the status effect.
Actually, yes, it is on you. It is on you, so it does work with any weapon you use.
Okay. You don't have to pick which weapon.
Right. Yeah.
And that's all 3 of your actions.
Each unarmed or weapon strike deals. It doesn't say it's on a weapon. I'm picking targets. The targets being people.
Yeah.
And on them, they have the effect.
Alrighty. Hold on.
Ba-ba-dum-bum. Swing and a hit.
Do that, Sweet Rider.
Alrighty, so 14 is slashing. 4 is fire.
Sword just keeps getting better. It's got striking on it now and fused vitality and.
So 9. That's a pretty good hit. You don't feel like the physical does as much. The fire though seemed to like really spread and burn away the mist quite a bit.
Good to know.
And like we said the other, not last week,
The vitality damage is like just to be like I want the effect, so I hope it is.
Only
but,
damages undead, right?
Normally.
It mostly only targets undead. I don't know if this thing is or not. So I said, like, I'm going on the assumption it is. I'm casting the spell.
Yeah,
But
does
now
damage
that
to
the damage is
undead.
being applied, I
Yeah,
don't know
didn't,
if this thing is susceptible to vitality damage.
it didn't seem to be.
Damn.
Why those recall knowledge checks on creatures can come in handy. So that was one attack.
Yep.
Move
Okay.
and an attack, and then you
So
have one more
the
action.
last one. So I traded out my my double slice. So the fighter has actually something that makes it so you can use the same weapon twice in the exact same way, I think. Well, sort of. You don't get the tack through ability, like if they get through their armor. I want to make sure I'm reading this right. It's called Exacting Strike. The question I have is, let me just run this. So you make a controlled follow-up attack, fully accounting for your momentum, make a strike. The strike gains the following failure effect. The attack does not count towards your multiple attack penalty. So
That's if you miss, right?
So that's what I'm asking is.
Yeah, I think what that means is that if you miss the attack, it doesn't increase your multiple
the
attack.
failure
penalty.
effect is this attack does not count towards your.
So do I use that can I use that repeated, like every one of my attacks now? If I miss, it no longer, the next attack would be penalized? Is that how that works, or what is?
No, it has the press effect or trait on it. The press trait, this attack allows you to follow up on earlier attack. An attack with the press trait can be used only if you are currently affected by a multiple attack penalty. So you couldn't use it on your first strike.
Okay, so if my second attack
be at the minus penalty for a second attack. But then if you used it on the third strike, it's at the same penalty as the second strike.
So basically, you would have.
Because the second one didn't add to your penalty.
So basically, if you use all three actions for attacking, your first one would have no penalty. Your second would have the first penalty, thanks to this. And then your third one would have the second penalty, or the first penalty, thanks to this.
The first penalty as well, correct.
If you missed.
If you missed.
Yes.
Yeah, these all, like, you only get the effect if you miss, but it stops you from adding additional multiple attack penalties.
Which in this case, this would be your third action, so it wouldn't really matter.
So the only time this would be useful is if I actually had a situation where I had 3 attacks, right?
Right.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your character sheet seems to be missing a class feat too. You have the in exacting strike, but your level 1 class feature. Oh, it just popped. Yeah, class feats. It says empty slot. That's weird.
Oh, on Path Builder?
No, in here.
Foundry.
Foundry.
Like you're a fighter, I think. As a fighter, you should be able to get a lot of different feats to impact the way your attacks go and or your defenses go. You should be getting a lot of feats the same way a rogue gets a lot of feats.
There you go.
I probably screwed up something because I'm trying to do it in Path Builder and then trying to match it up over here. So I probably just broke something, so I'll try to match it up again. But so
post your Path Builder link in Discord, and then I'll look at it. between turns. and see what you're
So in the
missing.
URL, it just shows Path Builder. I'll have to figure out how
You
to
have
share
you have
that.
to click on the little hamburger, the menu, and then say, save a copy or share a copy or something like
Okay.
that.
But I'm going to drop that exacting strike because it's not what I thought it was. So I'll pick something else because I thought
Sure.
it was something different. So I
Well,
won't do that.
for now,
So I'll
we're
just
gonna
do
do-
a standard attack because I'm taking too much time for this. So I'll just do the penalty attack. I'm still going to attack. Just I'm going to do the second attack
Plus
at
7.
penalty. Oh, and I missed. Okay, and that is me.
Right. Well,
It's
saying that
its
it-
turn, actually.
The thing.
oh damn it.
Initiative blocker.
Yeah, it's because it hides it in the initiative until it's its turn. So kick-ass, it's gonna whip out a tendril, like a bloody tendril to you. Oh, I didn't target you. I'm an idiot. Target. That hits you. Give me put it in the chat. So if you click on that fortitude chat. So it does 6 damage to you. All character, and then you are drained 1.
He's bleeding.
Do that. Yeah. So like that tendril, like basically drains blood out from you.
Oh, so what does that mean in terms of?
It's drained you of blood or life force. You become less healthy. It has a value. You take a status penalty equal to your drained value on constitution-based checks, such as fortitude save. You also lose a number of hit points equal to your level, minimum 1, times per drained value, and your maximum hit points are reduced by that amount.
Oh,
Yeah, basically like it's tendril, like just biting into you and sucking blood out of your body.
And it says,
For example, if you are hit by an effect that inflicts drained 3 and you're a 3rd level character, you lose 9 hit points and reduce your maximum hit points by 9. Losing these hit points doesn't count as taking damage. Each time you get a full night's rest, your drained value decreases by 1. This increases your maximum hit points, but you don't immediately regain the lost hit point.
Alrighty, it's gonna try to attack it. Codon twice and misses twice. And
It
seemed to
critically
like-
misses. I mock it.
And then Mezix, you are up. When it drained the blood from you, Kick-Ass, it seemed to like heal up a little bit.
What
Okay.
was the drain value?
just drained 1.
So
So he should have
First-
lost a total of 9, 6 from the damage and 3 from drained 1.
I'm wondering,
Correct.
does drained 1... Okay.
Because it does the damage, and then if it inflicts drained 1, drain 1 does 1 times his level damage and reduces his max by 3.
And I
I
don't know if I
wonder-
can medicine that or not.
Oh. It would be
I am
21, not 0.
looking at that.
I think that it automatically reduced his max hit points. Not sure. While you're going real quick, Mezix, I'm gonna go grab a drink, but I'll hear you.
all right, first things first, I'm going to drink a Quicksilver mutagen. Which, hey, it applied or affected my health correctly. Cool.
What did you use?
Over on the right side in chat.
Quicksilver? Yeah, I see it now. It hadn't scrolled down for me because apparently I wasn't quite at the bottom before. Acrobatic, stealth, thievery, reflex, and dexterity-based attack rolls. And you gain a speed bonus. Take damage equal to twice your level. And you take -2 to fortitude. Doesn't seem like a bad trade.
No, not at all.
I mean, like,
Don't get hit, but it helps you not.
get hit.
Okay. I'm back. I also had to move. I moved my Bluetooth, like, my headphone has this little Bluetooth adapter, like dongle thing, you know? I don't know, like, keeps getting choppy. So I moved it to a different spot on my PC, to the one on the top of the PC, to see if that is better, or if my headset's just crapping out. So you did the mutagen,
Yep. And then
and you hit it.
damage.
Anything about that green?
No splash damage though, because I don't want to hit Kick-Ass or Godon.
And so 14.
Yep, plus the 3 persistent.
Well, that just destroys it. So the persistent doesn't matter. So that one had like fire 5, right? Weakness. So that means anytime you do fire damage to it, it adds 5 fire damage to it.
Nice.
And then it had physical 5
Resistance.
strength
weapon.
resistance. So like any physical weapon reduced by 5. And then it had precision immunity. So any precision damage just
Are you serious? So his sneak attack did nothing.
yeah.
And it also wasn't an undead?
It was an aberration.
Oh my god.
Damn.
It looked like it would have been undead. I'll give you that.
High five, Koda.
I didn't do a recall knowledge check to see if it was. I assumed it was so that I could cast it on 3 people.
Yeah. I mean, granted, looking at it, you would think like,
And it seemed like it seemed like undead below. This seemed like spirit related. Like
it's called vampiric mist.
It even sounds undead.
Right?
So is this thing, like, if I peek under the blanket, is it still glowing? Is it dark? Is it broken?
It's, let me add Cedric in there and make sure he's up.
21 damage.
Everybody gets 32 experience.
When we get a minute, your spell effect is going to wear off. You can clear that if you right click. It's on the top right of your screen. And when we get a minute, I will take care of any injuries.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's do that like right now.
Suppose I didn't need to drink that mutagen then.
I mean, apparently also I didn't need to cast my spell. We
For
lived,
future
so we
reference, I can pass out mutagens.
Oh.
So, like, the dwarf and the halfling could be using that thing you just used.
Yep. I don't know. I mean, like, it would be best for Kick-Ass since his attacks are dex-based.
Sure. Real quick though, for Kick-Ass,
The trained one
I'm gonna
doesn't go
try
away.
this. Yeah, the drained.
Gonna
Click
heal me.
on where it says roll recovery check for me.
Roll recovery check.
You see that on where it says you took 5 persistent damage in the chat.
Oh, in the chat. Okay.
Does it not have that roll recovery
Yeah,
check?
it does.
Okay.
It did. Okay. I want to use up another.
Hero point for that.
Yeah.
Well, real quick, let me look. Don't
Actually, I
know
got it
if
now.
treat wounds would do away with that.
Treat wounds does not affect drained, as far as I can tell.
Yeah.
Do you want to treat me?
That was going to be the next thing. Hey, Joe, it seems like the interface does not recognize that I have healer's tools expanded when I try to treat wounds. It tells me that healer's tools or healer's plaster is required.
It's not recognizing that I even have the tools.
Just add the healer's tools in there.
Back on,
Yeah.
And then know that I have a +1 on it.
I think you can add a modifier when you roll it.
Yeah, go into like details.
I should be able to add a modifier back up, but like as a workaround, do you want me to just go ahead and add the tools back on?
Yeah, for now.
Yeah, y'all.
So, Joe, I figured out where the missing feats were at. So you're saying I was missing a feat. One of my feats was down in the bonus feat instead of my class feat. I don't know why I did that, so I just moved it up. It was probably just an import weirdness.
Yeah, I noticed sometimes import does that. Honestly, with 5e, I would want to build the character with their old character sheets. Their new one, I don't know, because I don't know if you guys heard that Foundry and Wizards of the Coast made a deal, and so now you can buy all the D&D stuff for Foundry.
Oh.
And they're yesterday or the day before they updated the D&D system, and the character sheets are all fancy and
ooh.
But it broke a lot of stuff. But building a character in Foundry for Pathfinder, it's a lot easier. The only thing that you have to know is if your ability scores are going to change, you have to go in there, man. It doesn't guide you to do that, or you know what I mean? On your skills or your feats,
yep,
you'll see an empty feat.
Yep.
Is
I'm just
same
having
thing.
to. I've got the two sheets up back and forth, and I'm just going and comparing them back and forth.
In your skills, you have to like be able to.
Yep.
You would know that you can update skill points. So yeah, while that's happening,
Adding a basic kit back into my inventory, it now doesn't give me the error saying I need my stuff. And then on a second, there's 2 interaction windows that pop up. On the second one, I then added the modifier that shows up as kit +1. I added a +1 to my roll.
okay.
Like it wasn't with the expanded kit that should give me a +1. It wasn't even recognizing that I had the tools, so it said,
I wonder.
can't do this. It gave me an
I
error.
wonder if you have to have the. I think you have to have the healer's tools, and the expanded one is just like extra stuff for it. Like it boosts your
You need-
already existing.
You need both.
You need both,
I
maybe.
guess.
That would make sense. I'm betting that's what it is. So, alrighty,
Take
kick
2
ass.
gold out of my inventory. That's what I sold my
Before-
original for.
I'm gonna do this one more time, and then I'll give you a chance to like treat wounds. Kick ass, you take is still kind of bleeding. Takes 3. Go ahead and roll that recovery check again because you failed the last one.
Bleed I can treat.
Well, I mean, it's the drained. Like it's draining his damage.
Oh.
You're taking damage from an ongoing effect, such as from being in on fire. It's
Like-
a persistent damage that he has. It is a
Brain,
bleed.
I don't think keeps hurting him.
Hero point.
He-
I used
but
the hero
it
point
gave him
to,
a bleed. It gave him a bleed one, so you can treat bleed.
Oh,
Yeah, I can treat bleed. I can't treat drained.
Seriously?
You want? I'll give you a chance to treat him.
Here, stop bleeding. I can. There's even a thing for it. I'll put my kit for a +1. Roll. It didn't add the kit bonus. I think I forgot to hit the add button. That's my bad, but I passed without it.
Yeah.
I can treat bleed. I can keep your inside parts on the inside. It's
To
when
stop
it.
bleeding. Okay, so yeah, he stops you from bleeding out more, but while it took him, I think that takes a bit of time too, right? Or was that a pretty instant? The medicine
2
check.
actions. I could do it even in combat if I took the 2 actions to do it.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. So yeah, he stops you from bleeding out.
Yeah, like again, like after combat, like if he was bleeding that profusely, I would have taken care of it immediately.
And then if you want to treat wounds,
Yeah, and then I'll treat wounds on him.
you still have the drained one.
That I can't do anything about.
But I can
But-
hear that with a overnight
Which
rest,
right-
correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
Drained 1 will go away on 1 night's rest, and it reduces your max hit points by 1. So like instead of 33, you're at 32. That's not a problem.
All it says here, it does it by 9.
I'm sorry, no, it should be.
Gives
Does
you
it by
number of
9?
hit
The
points
example
equal
is
to-
drain 3. He's only drained 1. It should be doing it by 3, not 1. That was.
Oh, okay.
I said 1. It should be 3. 9 is the example. It says if they had drained 3 and they were
Yeah.
3rd level, because it's the drain level times their level. We're 3rd
Yeah, so
level.
it's third.
It should be
3.
3. But I will medicine him.
Which I
And I'll
think
remember
I'm
to
just
add
going to
it
take
this
it
time.
off just to see. Yeah, it automatically reduced it. So I'll put it back on there.
I got a critical success. You gained 23 hit points.
you serious?
Damn.
Damn.
I mean, it's capped by your maximum, but yes, I just
Yeah.
healed you for 23.
Nice.
Wow, thank you.
Alrighty, so everybody's
It's
fully
not
healed
even
up.
going to leave a scar.
Do me.
Oh, I did you already.
Good.
It was
7 points for you,
Oh, way up there.
Goblin. Yeah. Essex, you got 7. 7. I took care of you before we were figuring out the whole bleed thing.
I assume 7 is enough to get you to full.
Yep. Because I lost 6 from the mutagen.
If not, I had in 10 minutes I could do it again.
Alrighty, so what do you guys want to do from here?
So no change.
Search.
No change to the thing in the
search for
center.
anything?
No, the light's still in there. It doesn't seem to have affected it.
Well, should we break it?
I'm going to stand back a little further this time.
If you're gonna break it, I'm gonna take my blanket back off because I do want to use it. Like we could just leave my blanket. I'm okay with that. But if we're gonna break it, I'm gonna take my blanket off.
Don't destroy my blanket, please.
Well, let's don't fill it with glass. Like, come on, man.
All right, take it.
All right, and then I'll go hand off this side too.
Suppose the best tool for the job would be the junk launcher. Kick-ass, do you want to back away too?
Yeah.
Just in case.
Who's
All right.
launching the? Who's launching the junk launcher?
I'll do it. I'm
Music.
going to move here so that I don't accidentally hit Codon while firing it, since it was the opposite side from me.
Oh, then let me move over to the same side.
All right. So, should I roll for damage or roll to attack?
Yeah, I wouldn't, Paul. Like, you just start launching at this thing, and like everything you hit it with is just bouncing off. Doesn't even seem to scratch it. Like you're getting solid hits on it.
Oh, damn. Oh, that was a bust.
Don't you make... Or somebody makes bombs? Bombs don't have any effect on either? TNT?
Elemental bombs. No. I don't really have anything that would.
Cantrips do anything?
Uh,
Like I have some damaging cantrips. Like I have one that probably only affects one living target, or one that is a sonic damage.
Yeah, you try those, and they don't seem to have any effect either. And you guys just start going ham on it. Like,
Yeah.
You could tell it's hitting it. It's just seems to have some sort of like protection on it.
What if we dig around it, the stone around it? Maybe we could knock it off the tower.
Does lightning damage do anything?
Yeah, no type of damage that you guys can throw at it affects it.
What if we dismantle the tower and knock the tower over?
You go get a siege weapon. And,
Mm-hmm.
Ground floor, we got like fucking catapults.
not quite capable of that yet.
I think we need to go we need to go root out the source. Like if we can't break the emitter, we need to break the source.
Yep. So back downstairs.
I'll put my blankets back over it again. I don't know if it helps, but it doesn't hurt.
You're like, maybe this will dim it for a bit. You guys do notice that it's, like I said, it's quite a bit dimmer than it was previously.
I'm gonna laugh if like whatever we do down here makes it explode and fills your blanket with shards of glass anyways.
On you, yeah, you go up and you're like, it's just a bedroll full of glass, tiny glass particles. Do you guys want to do anything else on this first floor?
I'm just
here?
gonna sleep in this roll of insulation. Thanks.
Did you guys want to explore any more on this level, or were you going to head back down those stairs?
Is there anything more to explore, like inside?
There were
Yeah,
a couple doors we have not opened. There's a door
Oh,
there.
yeah.
There's also like
Check those out.
There was a door up here, I think.
yeah, there was a couple spaces, but also like we were following that spirit down in the basement.
There was also
And
the
maybe that's our
outbuildings
next
up
option.
towards the north. So, like up towards the northeast, outside, you know, there's like another little
Northwest.
island. Yeah, northwest. There was another little outbuilding, and there was a door in the room with the stairs down. There was another door, and then there was another door over here. That Boss Kron gave you that map, and it said scorpions. What?
I took my headset off. Say, were we going downstairs, or what was the plan?
They didn't
I
say
think-
anything on it.
Checking more doors on this floor.
Okay, where to?
That way.
Probably check over here first.
Like this whole place seems like it's full of abominations and other unnatural things. So I'm all for like kick down doors and I'm kind of a little militant about my peaceful nature. God damn it! I want to hear the wind in the trees. Urgh.
This was the map that he gave you. So, like, up downstairs, I believe. And then
Ooh, swamp dragon.
That's the swamp dragon lives under the dock.
Which is also accessible from the basement.
Bad guy thrown, water. Stairs down. Mushroom eye people.
That was definitely the basement level. That map.
there was another map. Give me a second.
There was another one. I remember the scorpion stag.
There we go. So they had like
thing,
the
that was it.
Yep. So the Sting seems to be
Out is the tower we were just looking at.
Yep. So you guys were going to go to this door, or the stair room had a door as well?
Let's try the far door first. Over here.
I didn't see, but yes, let's do that door. All for it. On board. That looks good.
It's weird. I can move into half the wall. I can't see through the wall, but I can move into half the wall.
Yeah, there's like a. I was telling someone else, I think Sean and someone else, this map is actually separated into two maps.
Oh.
Like a foreground and a background. So the background is like the floor, and then the foreground is like the wall, so you can kind of go under them a little. Excuse me, a little bit. Or like overhangs or
It
something.
looks cool for trees. Like you go under the branches of trees.
Uh-huh.
It looks.
I remember seeing that.
Yeah. So that's how it like separates. Like there's a foreground image that will be above the token maps and tokens and stuff like that. But that's why there's like some foreground stuff. You can go under the ledge a little bit. Were you opening the door, checking the door out?
Usually we check the door first.
I'll put it in the. First, there was like in the chat. If you just click on that perception. Oh, I should have made it a secret check.
Muted still, bruh.
Yeah, you don't see any traps on the door. The wood's
Okay.
fairly rotted and weak.
I'll open it. Spider webs.
Quick. The ceiling of this room has fallen in two places. Smaller collapse destroyed a flight of stairs that once led up to a now ruined upper floor. The large collapse mostly buried the southern double door, leaving a hole in the roof partially blocked with several cross timbers. A second double door to the north has a stone face carved with skulls caked with tangles of moss. And as you step into the room here and go in there, you like hear some kind of like some movement in like the rubble shifting, and then hear like a chittering and crawling out from like kind of like a little hole in the stuff is a gigantic scorpion.
All right. Scorpions.
Friendly.
Tiger for scale.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, holy crap! Look at the size of that.
Needs to have a banana for scale.
There is a banana,
Oh.
but it's really
It ate it.
Behind the much larger tiger.
waiting on Ezix and Kick-Ass.
Right.
Are you doing it off of your sheet, Kick-Ass? Brett? Muted, by the way, Brett.
Sorry,
There's
I'm
you.
looking for the prompt
Fine.
on the screen, and I
It
don't
would
see
either-
it, so I'm trying to
it-
pull it.
Yeah, it would either be on your character on the portrait thing, or you can go to the
For the initiative tracker.
initiative tracker. Yeah. I mean, you rolled
Okay.
a 26, so I'll update it to that. But yeah, it doesn't. For some reason, this one doesn't. If you roll it from your character sheet, it doesn't put it on there. I've noticed. Alrighty, so Codon. Oh yeah, this thing comes out chittering angrily at you. You are up first.
Okay. I'm going to try to skirt around to the backside of it to give my companions some.
Look at something here just real quick.
I don't want to be on the front side where all those
You
nasty
would
sharp
notice
things.
like a lot of this rubble is going to be difficult terrain.
Oh. Okay. Is that the same thing as in D&D where it's twice distance to move?
And actually, you know what? I started the combat, but it is 8 o'clock right now. Do we want to pause here and pick up?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
I'll just move you back here so we don't. 2 weeks from now, we'll forget, hey, you moved, and then whatever.
Okay.
And then we can
We're at the top of initiative.
add Cedric if he's here, if Jaden's here, and then we can be at the top of initiative, top of the fight. I just noticed that it was 8.
Cool. Thank you, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yep.
Thanks, Joe. It was fun.
Problem, guys.
Have a good night.
Take care.
Everybody be safe. Talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.